So I don't know. I've been playing with this lighting for a few minutes. I have ring lights and circle lights and all these lights, and I still look like a greasy, whatever grease ball. I think it's because of the windows like I have a window over here and I have a skylight over here, and it's probably I have a studio downstairs I could shoot in, but I don't, especially when I'm live. So hello and good evening. This is Diane Hockman, and actually I'm not going to get to that yet. I want to talk about a couple things first. I'm going to take a vitamin because I didn't take one. I'm a bad kid. And I'm going to get myself settled down because I'm pretty riled up. Hello, Alice. How are you? I'm pretty riled up. I was just talking to a teacher of mine, and they're off on doing some projects of their own. And hello, Kathy. Alice, you're not my stalker. You're my friend. You're my friend. You're my student. You're my friend. You're my colleague. You're all those good things. We were talking about the home business industry, and I'm going to say some things, you know me, I always just straight shooter. I'm a Brooklyn girl. I just say it like it is. The industry and the marketplace. Let's back up because it's not about the industry. It's not about anything. It's about marketing, and you can be the marketee or you can be the marketer. Okay, marketee, marketers. Tanya, you must be getting sick of me. Hi, Barb. Which one do you want to be, the marketee or the marketer? And the thing that's funny, actually, let me take my vitamin. You want me to be healthy, right? Okay, marketee or marketer. And the thing that's interesting is a good marketer is a good consumer. So don't misunderstand the message and start to think, well, I shouldn't buy anything because I'm the marketer. I can't be the marketee. Okay, let's use a little common sense here. The title of this broadcast is Awkward Housewife Made Good. Okay, I'm not a housewife anymore. I used to be, but I was when I started in 99. Awkward housewife, afraid of her own shadow, afraid to talk to people, didn't know what to say, didn't know what to do. And what I did was, I love you too, Miss Lisa Grossman. I love you so much. And I hope your voice is getting better. I see that Lisa, you could do TikToks where you just dance and put quotes. I'm going to come down there. We're going to do TikToks together, whether your voice is working or your voice is not. So you miss me and I am so good. Well, I miss you and you are so good. I was talking about you today, saying wonderful things about you. Actually, Lisa, I know we haven't caught up or connected, but I'll catch up with you because I have some thoughts and you're involved in them. So anyway, awkward housewife makes good. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything. I didn't know that I was in a business opportunity. I didn't know what a business opportunity was. And I just looked at it as a store, like it was stuff to sell. And I knew what a store was. Now, is there anybody here that knows what a store is? You all do. You've all been in stores. You know what stores are. Okay. I just looked at what I was doing as a store. And I started to build a customer base, which is so funny because nobody wants to do that. Now, Lisa Grossman, knows how to build a customer base. She knows how to build a team, and everybody has a customer base. It's why they all do so well. Okay. I started to build a customer base, and I started to upgrade people from buying one product to two products to three products. And my income grew exponentially. Okay. It's a pretty simple concept. Oh, Alice, I do not need a handbag store. In fact, I'm literally selling and giving away a lot of my handbags right now. So if anybody's in the market for Coach bags and you want some cheap Coach bags, let me know. I'll sell them to you for a deal. I'm cleaning out. I'm getting rid of everything, Alice. I'm done. I'm old. I'm done. There's nothing I want. There's nothing I need. I am blessed beyond belief. I'm done. I'm done with all the stuff. So I just used common sense because I didn't know to overcomplicate it, and I didn't know that it was supposed to be hard. It was a blessing. I didn't know that it was supposed to be hard. And I wrote a letter tonight And the letter basically said, I was talking about multiple streams of revenue and how to build a stable business. My original business, the company that I was working with, my supplier company, right, my opportunity, they had tons of products. So I could do that within my company. I could take someone and start them on the weight loss stuff, and I could get them onto vitamins, and I could get them onto shampoo, and we had makeup, and we had, energy drinks, and we had all kinds of stuff. So I could build that base and upgrade my customers and get them. I mean, I had customers that were spending $500, $1,000 a month, literally. Okay, literally. So this was good. We had a good markup, right? Y'all know what a markup is in business, right? How much you make in profit on the product when you sell it. We had a good set of products, and we had consumers that liked to buy our products ravenously. It was a good business setup. Um, but today, I watch a lot of folks, and they think the biz op is the answer. Okay, the biz op is not the answer, and I was writing in my letter today, and I thought it was funny. I said, "Can you imagine? We all know what a store is. We've known what a store is since we were a little kid, since we were 5 years old. Actually, when I was 2 and 3, my father worked nights, and he would come home from working nights, and he would take me out to breakfast every Thursday morning. It was payday. He'd take me out to breakfast, and then he'd take me to the toy store and let me get a toy. It's like we always tell the story on the holidays. Remember, it's Thursday, Daddy. Let's go for toys. Every little kid knew what a toy store was. You walked in the store and there was all these exciting things to look at, and you cautiously picked, your father probably gave, your mom or dad gave you a little budget or whatever, and you cautiously picked what you were going to get, and then you went to the cash register and you paid. And they had lots of products because they didn't know if you were going to be a little boy or you were going to be a little girl. They didn't know if you were going to be 2, if you were going to be 10. They didn't know if you were into action figures or if you were into, like toy soldiers back then, or whether you were into Barbie dolls. They carried lots of products. They wanted to be able to satisfy the needs of their consumers, which we now call an audience or a target market. We have all these fancy words. Guys, I'm living like in 1975, okay? I'm looking at a basic, simple business model. I run a home business, kids. I don't run a big corporation, simple business. Any simple business owner that used to write up your sales on a paper bag with a pencil knew I need to get people in the door. I need to have some things that they want to buy, and I need to have a way to check them out, and I need to have a way to make them feel great so they come back again and again and again. Pretty simple. So here I am, awkward housewife, afraid of her own shadow, afraid to order at the restaurant. I mean, really a mess. I have pictures of what I used to look like. You wouldn't even believe it. This big bold lady that you see today, this is, many years later, 25 years later. I start this and I start doing this, and I'm doing pretty well, right? And it all goes good. So as I move forward in each stage of my business, I'm applying these principles. Multiple streams of income is a huge principle. Guys, I'm not talking about multiple biz ops. I'm not talking about you got to put on your thinking cap, okay? Because a biz op would be like the store, right? The store, like I'm not going to open a whole bunch of different things and get confused and not sure what to do. I'm opening one store with lots of things that I can sell that I can make a profit on. Okay. I have one customer base, your audience, whatever you want to call it. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Good to see you. I hope, I think I saw that you and Debbie got together not too long ago. I miss you all very much. I miss coming to England very much. So where am I? It's just this idea. We have to take our basic smarts, our basic knowledge. Like I said, you've known what this is since you were 5. And I said, nobody would open a Slinky store, only Slinkies, all Slinkies, only Slinkies. What if somebody wanted a Slinky case? What if somebody wanted a Slinky stand? Would you open only a hula hoop store? Would you open only a Tickle Me Elmo store? That would be a really weird business model. It wouldn't be very stable because Tickle Me Elmo was the hot toy in whatever year that was, 1994 or something. Tickle Me Elmo, not as big today. If I put all my effort, all my thoughts, all my ideas, all my money And to tickle me Elmo's, I'd be kind of screwed today. And that's what we see. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Tell Debbie I said hi and I love her and I miss her and I love watching her pictures of her travels. I miss her so much. I miss living in the west wing or the east wing of her house, whatever it was that she had me stay in at the time. She's so wonderful. Um, so tonight at soon in a few minutes at 8 o'clock Eastern, we're going to have a webinar. We're going to talk about multiple streams of income. It's going to be hosted by one of the companies that I work with, one of the supplier companies. I'm their number one affiliate, guys. I've made the most money out of anybody there, above some of the biggest names in the industry, who have made more money than me in the world, but in this particular program. And I want you to consider coming if you see this, and feel free to pass it around, because I want everybody to open their mind. Okay, I want everybody to open their mind. That's what I was doing. I was talking with my old mentor, and he was saying he's back in the field and he's talking to people, and he was saying he can't get over people, how they'll get into a biz op, but they have no way to market it. And I can't get over people that you give them all the ways to market and they kind of don't pick them up and use them. Here's swipe copy. I don't use it. Here's videos to use. I don't use it. Here's ideas to use. I don't use it. Here's the training on how to promote. I don't use it because we're waiting for pennies to fall from the heaven. I'm an awkward housewife that made good. I'm an awkward woman that is still very nerdy and very awkward and looks terrible in this lighting. But I'm somebody who figured out how to turn a profit, and somebody who figured out how to continually keep things going for 22 years now. I'm begging of you. I'm begging of you, and you'll see me out talking about this stuff a lot. You got to start thinking. You got to start opening up your mind. You got to step out of the fear. I was so afraid. I was so afraid of everything. Okay. I was afraid of rejection. I was afraid of doing it wrong. I was afraid that if I didn't get the fastest results, nobody would buy from me. I was afraid if I lost weight too fast, nobody would buy from me. I was afraid to write a sentence. Now I write, copy for lots of people. I was afraid to write a sentence. I was afraid to speak. I was afraid to get up. The one thing I wasn't afraid of is because I was a teacher, because I was a trained teacher, was teaching. And so when they put me up and they let me teach on how to do some things, that's when my life changed. But you got to have multiple streams of income. You have to have a front door, a way for people to come into your store, whether that's a capture page or a funnel or whatever you want to put together. It doesn't have to be complicated. Old-fashioned stores aren't fancy, guys. They never were. They just had something relevant to the neighborhood that people wanted. They just had something relevant to the neighborhood that people wanted. And then where I grew up, there were two toy stores, and there was one I loved and one I didn't. And the reason why I didn't like one of them had everything stacked really high. Like they had so much stuff jammed into the store. As a kid, I was this high and I couldn't look at it. I couldn't see it. I couldn't peruse it. It was kind of an old fashioned thing where you had to go in and tell the guy what you were looking for and he'd show you. I wanted to be able to see things and touch them, which by the way is why stores have evolved the way they have, why we have big box stores, etc. The other store, I could see things and they had like sections, and this was the girly section. I could check it out and it made me feel at home. And that was a big lesson. So I always relate, whenever I'm training or talking about business, I always relate it to the ideas I learned when I was a little kid. Maybe I should write, they have the book, everything you need to know you learned in kindergarten. Well, everything you need to sell, you learned in kindergarten. And tonight we're going to talk about multiple streams of income. We're going to talk about, how to sell things that complement one another. If you're going to sell dresses, sell belts, sell shoes, sell the things that go with it, because people are going to buy those things anyway. We're going to talk about, I'm not doing the presenting tonight, so I don't know exactly what they're saying, but I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about, understanding what the people want to buy so that we have those things available. And it's going to be pretty gosh darn cool. So it's at 8, dianehockman.com/Wednesday. And or feel free to shout at me, leave me a message if you want to talk about any of this type of stuff, if you want to hear about the different things I have going on, my group, my all access pass. I know some of my all access pass people are here now, and Uh, I actually ended up doing an hour extra bonus coaching with one particular person, just giving more. And then the group, we learned a lot of really cool stuff today. And it's all common sense thought process. You don't have to overcomplicate it. It sounds like mom, but I mean, gang, the proof is in the pudding. Show me your fruit. Are you making money? Are you making money? And if you're not making money, what kind of busy work and what kind of stuff are you doing? Do you have more than one way to make a sale? Do you have a cash register set up? I don't mean a real cash register. I mean a way to ring people out. Do you have a way to get people in the door? And then I'll leave you with this question. And I'm not able to reveal this week what I'm talking about, but what if I could provide a lot of that to you? Would it interest you? And with that being said, I'm going to jump off and get ready for the webinar. I'll see you guys later. Everybody, thanks for being here. Talk soon.